is my first time on stage in a year. I was very much retired, very much enjoying retirement for stand-up comedy. I don't think there's many people that I would have took this weekend with, but Cronin, the meat man, is definitely one of them.
Think about it every night. Don't let this house fall down. The Lord left long ago.
All right, Friday, I'm on my way to Ann Arbor for the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. I live an hour and a half away. I'm off to a late start, so I will be getting there 5 to 10 minutes before the show. Not ideal. I was going to pick up my buddy, Mike O'Keefe, who's featuring this weekend. Mike is an old friend of mine. We hosted a show together in Chicago for 3 years called Best Night Ever. Every Monday, my closest friend in Chicago. Loved the guy. Knew him before that from coming to Go Bananas. One of the best dudes. You know what? I'm not going to pick him up now. I don't have time, but also he can find his own fucking rights. You know, when I started, the openers picked up the headliners. Not this other way around bullshit. But I'm looking forward to hanging out with him. And you know, we can be talking some baseball. I don't know baseball at all. It's just a running joke we have. That's so stupid. Okay. See you soon.
This 2-hour interview is gonna be cutting it close. But
Gonna
we'll
be
make
tight.
it. It's gonna be tight.
When did we meet?
Either 2012 or 2013. Alex Stone, our friend, was living in Chicago. He was living like 2 blocks from me. I was doing a lot of road stuff back then, and I was like, oh, Go Bananas. That seems like a place to be, baby. It seems like the hot spot. I went and did like the Pro-Am open mic thing or whatever as like a 23, 24-year-old guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you were there, and we just like hit it off instantly.
Yeah.
The first second, we kind of had this camaraderie, for lack of a better term, where it's just like, oh, we have the same sensibilities. We're both trying to do this like in a way that we feel is like morally superior.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, can you get the fuck out of here though?
Sorry. Just give us like 10 minutes.
Yeah. No. Just, so talking about doing comedy the right way.
Yeah. Not barging into
Not
a group.
barging in, and then like not understanding that there's a camera pointed at us. That was amazing. You didn't catch it, but he definitely like took a step and then took another step. We were both like,
Can you get the fuck out?
"Can you get the fuck out?" Anyway, but we both kind of had this
Now
thing.
I gotta interview Dan about how.
Yeah, he's like, goddamn idiot. Why don't you read the room, dude? No,
Daniel.
Damn, Daniel. Anyway, we were both like, do the road, man. Put yourself out there and like
Road dog.
road. And I think there was, at the time, I think it was a very noble thing, right? Because I think we both really looked up to guys like Pardo and like Hawkins, R.I.P., who kind of did this in a certain way, and we were like, that's like how it should be, you know? You should go out there like David Tell, go out there every weekend and just like put your balls on the line. And I think we really kind of had that. In addition to just like having really similar comedic sensibilities and like our upbringing also being like eerily similar.
Right, yeah.
In a weird way, right? You had a couple more brothers, but other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Same hospital. Born
Same hospital,
Yeah.
which is very silly. Same like Irish Catholic, push everything down type deal.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, well, the only way we can not push it down is by doing stand-up. So we better do that until the wheels fall off.
So that open mic, you were featuring that weekend though, weren't you?
I ended up getting a feature date like a month and a half later.
Okay.
I was at the club during Brew Ha-Ha, which is where you put all the best comics.
Oh
right?
yeah.
That's where you put all the hot shits. It's like, hey, we're running this giant festival downtown. We need a show to go on to make sure that no one robs the club. Let's get 3 assholes over there while we have a party downtown.
We have a party with 150 comics.
Yeah, with 150 comics. You go do the weird shopping mall in Montgomery while the rest of the scene hangs out at the park. Stupid. But it was great. Like, Brew Ha-Ha, does Brew Ha-Ha still happen?
No.
Oh, what a bummer. It was like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
in a weird way. We're all these comics who were from different parts of the world, who had some sort of connection to the Cincinnati scene. Like, I never lived in Cincy. I've just done the club a bunch, but like, I feel like you guys always made me feel very much at home.
Yeah.
And like, I know Kevin Bozeman feels the same way, and like all these other guys. Who's your man from Denver? Troy Baxley. Same deal, where it's just like
Ted Daniels.
Yeah. All these dudes,
Scions,
right?
Robert Hawkins.
RIP.
Yeah.
But
Retirement in power.
Retirement in power. For the people who are watching this who don't know, it's literally a comedy festival with a bunch of craft beer tents in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like
It was 100 comics,
Yeah.
150 beers.
crazy. Well, if you do the math, I bet it's 150 types. It was probably close to 100,000 beers.
Yeah.
You're talking singular beers.
And John Holmes drank half of them.
John Holmes drank half of them, and then didn't realize it was raining. And then we're talking about John Holmes the porn man.
Right. You were the first comic to stay in the comedy condo that me and Joe Shelby lived in.
Ah! Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah,
That was very interesting. That's when our relationship really took off.
it really did.
Because we realized that we were the double play combination for the Cincinnati Reds in the mid-1990s. We were wearing those gray vest jerseys with the black shirts underneath. We remember that. The one thing I remember about that is the shower head being new-ish, but everything else in that bathroom being like very aftermarket and crusty.
Quite old, yes.
Yeah, quite old. But it's like, oh, new shower head, right? And no air conditioning at all.
No.
Not even a wink at air conditioning. The sweatiest I've ever been at night. And I'm like a sweaty guy, regular stylies. But no AC at night in very, very humid Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, in August.
In August, yeah. Just ugh, dripping, drenched. I had a good couple go-arounds in Cincinnati.
What do you think when you hear the name Mike Cronin?
Oh man, a couple things. I think of a guy who I am always happy to see. I think of a guy who I consider to be one of my favorite acts to watch. I consider a guy who is very easy to follow. I think, boy, oh boy, I'd love to go up after that. That's a nice table of B to B minus laughing from the crowd. And that's gonna really set me up for my bullshit. I think of Workhorse. I think of a guy who loves this art form. I think of a guy who makes me want to reconsider calling stand-up comedy an art form. Literally one of my favorite people in the entire fucking planet. And this is my first time on stage in a year. I was very much retired, very much enjoying retirement from stand-up comedy and just focusing on teaching and like building a life for myself. I don't think there's many people that I would have took this weekend with, but Cronin, the meat man, is definitely one of them. Just a guy that I've always respected and loved being around, and yeah, one of the best, one of my favorites.
Well, it's not like we don't try. It's worth it every single night. Don't let this house fall down. The Lord left alone. I'm so embarrassed.
How dare you piece of shit, motherfucker. Hey, you all, you're being weak.